Hello, good morning, and welcome to the Senior EPA Tour. And my name's Mark Bradburn, and I'm going to be commentating on a fantastic match which we've got lined up, which is Steve Singh and Garry Francis. We watched Garry last night on stream, and he played extremely well. And Steve, I know, is on fire at the moment, so I think, knowing Steve, he might be slight favourite, but there's not a lot in it. Obviously, race to 5, it's pretty brutal. So sit back and enjoy the match. This is a quarter final, by the way. So Steve to lag. Sorry, Steve to break. And Steve has come up dry, and he's got, I like the look of reds more than yellows. After watching Garry last night, he's quite attacking. He has a good safety game, but I think his main force is attacking, the same as Steve, really. There's a good match starting very soon, which is Will Dodge and Keith Brewer in the plate. Will knocked Keith out yesterday in the first round of the main, so Keith, this is in the quarter-final match as well, but on the plate. So Keith's going to want a little bit of retribution against Will. Looks to be getting a little bit tricky now for Garry. He's going to need to keep control of his white. I'm not quite sure how he's going to finish these. Yeah, it was difficult. It was difficult trying to come all the way around. So it looks like he's got maybe a thin cut or a safety shot coming up. Not bad. Not a bad shot at all, really. It's worked out quite well for him. I don't know if anyone knows Steve. I know Steve Singh quite well from the tour. He's a lovely guy, fantastic pool player, and a keen magician. And he knows some good card tricks. Garry, I don't really know. I've not really spoke to Garry, but I'm sure he's a nice person, because everyone's nice on the over 50s. Steve really needs to get a bit of cover with the white ball. He wants to snooker Garry to be sure he does. He's done a good job of that, Steve. Very good job. Excellent white. Well executed shot. So Garry's in a lot of trouble now, unless he's got a plant. Not a bad result again. He's played a half decent shot there. Gives Steve a really good chance to go for game now. I'm sure Steve's going to be going for game now. Got a very easy starter on the top. Oh, he's not going for a little. I don't know why he would not go for it. Looks like he's just going to roll up because it's touching ball. Roll up behind the one on the bottom right hand pocket. Very easy to get out of. Very easy. Maybe he couldn't go for the top right hand one. Maybe he was snookered on it. So Garry's chasing the game now. It's in Steve's hands. It was a brave shot from Steve there. Oh, foolish, brave or foolish one. Steve's got a couple of options. I think the attacking one is the best one, really. You can just plant the yellow over the bottom right hand pocket, but you can go game here, I think. No. Steve's going. Maybe the right shot. Probably is really. Nice shot by Steve again, but he's left a back double. Not an easy back double into this bottom left. But it is makeable. Not like that though. That was a terrible shot from Garry. So Steve's got this frame to lose now. It's Steve's frame if he wants it. Steve would have been happy if that had just stayed over the pocket, but same again. If it goes over the pocket in or over, it's in. And he got a nice touch there. And I would imagine this frame's over now, knowing Steve. Should be over. A shout out to Willie Anderson this morning if you're watching, Willie. Little Willie, as Matt says. Oh, that's a bit of a disaster. That's I didn't see that happening. And Garry's left with a relatively easy finish. Just got to be careful. It was a relatively easy finish. Wants to have a little bit of an angle. This isn't easy. Not at this time of the morning, anyway. That's ugly now. He does have a double, but the white ball's very close, so it's going to be difficult, very difficult. And he's a mile off. Well, Typical first frame, both not wanting it, passing it to the other person, but surely Steve's going to take this. Obviously everyone's got to bear in mind it is a Sunday morning. It's not natural for us pool players this time of morning, so mistakes are going to happen, and I think the players are just kind of being a bit trying to feel what the other player is capable of. That could have gone bad. Don't have to do a lot, Steve, really. Just punch this back a little bit. Don't want to leave himself a plant, so he's played it perfect. So he'll probably come off 2 cushions here, I should imagine. Leave himself the yellow in the same pocket, the last yellow. Looks like he's probably okay, but I can't tell because Steve's a big lad. He's okay. Got a little bit further than he wanted, and closer to the cushion than he'd like, but still he's not in much danger. So. Oh, well, it was always a tricky like that, and it was missable with the white land, but he's got a good white on there really, so it's really difficult for Garry. So he could just slap it, but I'm sure he's just going to try and nick it into the top left. It's a very thin cut. No, it was difficult. So Steve gets first blood after throwing it like a hot potato between each other. Steve is supposed to be quite a good, well, so Steve tells me, a good karaoke singer. So on the last tour, I think he may be getting up on stage, giving a little bit of singing on the Saturday night. So stars in your eyes, Steve. No pressure on Steve. There'll be about 150 people watching. Excellent break from Garry. That's one thing he definitely has. 3 reds. He's got his choice, reds or yellows. I mean, yellows look quite tasty. If he goes, yellows look really good. But if he goes for reds, it looks like he's got a little tricky plant, but makeable. And he's only got a few balls to pot. I think this is more Garry's game. His break good and finishing. Very tricky this one, he's got to be careful. Played it wonderful, but a bit of a problem getting back up for the black. I'm not sure how many pockets it goes in. I know it goes in at least 3. He's going to have to cue this really well now, because he needs to come up 4 foot. And he would have snookered himself anyway. But I think he's going to be snookered after this shot, because Steve will definitely snooker him. The one on the bottom rail looks relatively simple. He's just said it's not touching, it's not frozen, so I don't want a double kiss. I don't want it to, yeah. He's in a lot of pain now, Garry, a lot of pain. Even if he can hit it, he can't do a lot with it, so I don't think he can putt it. And I think the swerve is pretty difficult. So he's just checking if it's a total. I don't know why, because he's surely going into cushion after contact. He's got to be careful even if he can hit it, because he could go in off the red into the top right hand pocket. Yvonne's our referee, good referee. Obviously does all the streaming side, and Stan sorts all the tables and the streaming as well. They're a good team. Do a great job for EPA. Shout out to Matt Brannan. It was good to do a bit of commentating with him yesterday. He's a nice guy, really funny. Does a great job commentating. One of the best, I think, in our association at commentating, along with a few others. But he's right up there, and I'm going to hypnotise him on the final tour. He says I can't. I say I will. We're going to do it live. Oh, that's a lovely shot. What a shot. What a shot. He wasn't very unlucky not to pot it, but probably did him a favour, I think. Not so. All the balls are nice and easy for Steve to finish. He's taking on a slightly harder one to start with. Garry took this to start with, but Steve's a very good potter. He's pretty fearless, Steve, when he's playing. And of course he won the tour, the first tour this year, Steve, which was a fantastic achievement, and he won the Masters at Blackpool, Senior Masters, so he's had a fantastic season, and it wouldn't surprise me at all if he won today's event. Obviously Steve is very good friends with Partab Singh. Really good friends. They have a good laugh together. I like them both. I think Partab is really funny. I love doing a stream with him. Commentary, really funny. Very nice guy. Has a great accent. I love the Bristol accent. However it goes. I think Shane Thompson's a good commentator for EPA when they get him on. I know he does a bit for Beard when they're on. A very good pool player and close friends with Partab. They sound very similar to each other. Pretty simple black for Steve. Yeah, he missed one in that pocket before, so he'll be glad to nail that one. And really, Garry left himself a little bit too straight on that last red, which meant that he had to force it. And when you try and force them along the cushion like that, you really have to be. They have to be absolutely perfect. Even if you'd have rolled it in, it wouldn't have been easy. But to punch it in like Garry were trying, then obviously you have to be absolutely perfect on it, and he wasn't. He did a bad shot, and not saying bad shot. I mean, just a tricky shot to do, and to get position. He was nowhere near position. Snookered himself on the black, even if he'd have got that red. So really, I think he'll understand that Steve was always a favourite on that frame once you missed that shot. Fantastic break from Steve. Looks like yellows are the devils to go for. I'm not sure if he can get one in the top right hand pocket, but if he can, that would definitely be the way to go. Top right and work your way down. Every yellow ball has a pocket. And obviously in our rule set, he potted a red and a yellow, so whatever he nominates, he will be on. And I can't see him going for anything else but yellows. Yeah, so he's going to try and bring this yellow out and roll along and push the other yellow over the pocket. Great shot from Steve. Played it to perfection. Couldn't have played that any better. Now he's got a tricky little shot. Well, whichever way he goes, he's got a tricky shot. He can cut back. Yeah, I think that's the shot I think I would go for. It's a tricky little shot. Played to perfection, Stevie. Well played. Oh, I love the shot. Obviously Steve's confidence is going up, he's 2-0 up, fancies his chances on this. Doesn't have a lot of danger really. I think I'd take the one on the bottom left now. If you go in game, I think now's the time to take that one. Maybe he can't. So he's going bottom right, then bottom left. It's a tricky one. Checking it out. I don't blame him. Don't want to give cheap frames away. It's okay, I think. Not quite sure. He's got an option of 2 anyway. The top right or bottom left. Well, it looks like he's snookered himself, so he could be giving that cheap frame away, and it's easily done. Like I say, I'd have took that one just before, rather than the one on the right hand side that he took. I didn't like that myself personally, but Steve's a very good player and he knows what he's doing. But there were more risk of it going wrong, so wow, get out of here. And he's just steamed it. Get out of here, Steve. And he went for it, so he hit it just at the right pace, he hit it at the right place. He's not going to play a better shot than that all day. And now he's just got to draw it back. I think the black goes into the left middle. Or he likes this bottom right. That's the only place he wants a pot of black, is bottom right. This is 3rd in the row. Oh, he's missed it by a mile. Missed it by a mile. So that's 2 he's missed on that pocket, but still managed to win the frames. And it's not very easy for Garry at all. There's no safety shot, I don't think. Very unfortunate, really, to be coming back with no shot. It's a thin cut, this. Very thin cut. Oh, he's gone for the snooker, and he's missed it completely. Oh, well, it's a free ball for Steve because he can't hit all the blacks, so he's got options. He can just nudge this red out, or he can play the red onto the black. He can do a million things if he wants. Yeah, so that's Steve. 3-0 zip up. Race to 5. It's a lot of pressure on Garry. Rather fortunate Steve really there, but leaving Garry with no shot at all, except for a tricky one. And all you need is the shot that he went for then, Garry, was for it to roll slightly, going that distance at that speed. And he missed it completely, so he could have been on target when he hit it. But time he got there, it's a fingerprint or anything, and he's missed. So if I was a bookie now, Steve would be like 1 to 15 on, and Garry would be about to tempt you. I think he'd be about 10 to 1 to win this match now. But I'm not taking bets. So. Another really nice break. Nothing too easy. To start with, Reds are probably the favourites to go for. I like the look of Reds. So, it's a good first shot. Has he left himself? Yes, he has. So just roll it right through towards the cushion. Top cushion. Oh, I didn't know he could see that one. So he'll go for the one on the left hand side, I presume now. Can't see any reason not to. The only problem he's got is the black. Looks like the only pocket it goes into is the bottom left, or maybe the top right, the black. So it's still tricky this. So he's going this way around, which is probably the best way. Gone maybe a little bit shorter where he needed to be, but he didn't want to snooker himself. I can understand that, so he's got to be very careful now. Doesn't want to go past the blue spot with the white. It's tricky now. It's getting trickier and trickier by the second. This is not a bad way of doing it. He's missed it by a mile. And Steve's the favourite for this one again now. I mean, he has got one tricky ball on the right hand rail near the middle pocket, but apart from that, everything's relatively simple. So unless Steve does something disastrous, it looks like he's going to go 4-0 up. Now Steve's looking at whether he wants to, I think he's looking to maybe kick the yellow off the red, but I don't think he needs to, so... Yeah, he's played that nice, really nice. It's still tricky. Now what he could do would be to pot in the middle, the one near the blue spot, and leave himself a back double. Wouldn't be a bad way, because it wouldn't be too hard. The back double wouldn't be too hard, and his white would go should go into a really nice position. Don't have to do a lot, just roll in there. He does have a few options, but none of them are fairly easy, except for the one in the middle. For potting wise, you may just maybe a little safe shot now, just kick it out slightly and just leave the white there. Yeah, I like that shot. I like that shot. Garry's got a lot to do now. He'll probably, I don't know what he's going to do really, to be honest. That was the right shot from Steve. He used his experience. Didn't need to go for it. Garry's played a nice little shot there, and he's put the pressure back on Steve there. That's a nice little shot he just played. I don't think Steve can pot one. So Garry's got, now what he's going to try and do is block the entry to the right hand pocket and move the white over to the left hand side, so Steve doesn't have a clear shot. Another nice shot from Garry. Steve may be forced to go for this. He's put a bit of I mean, Steve can put the white to the right and push him and send the yellow down. You don't want to put your white down there, do you? Oh, dear. It's a tricky little shot, that. Yeah, Garry's played a couple of decent shots there. Put Steve well under pressure now. Just when it was looking like Steve had got this in the bag, Garry's pulled a couple of decent shots out, but he's not got to this position from not playing well, so he's not played well up to now in this match, but maybe this is the turning point. Steve needs a good shot. He may have left a thin cut here. If he has, he's put in left hand side, so he's trying to kick into the black, I think. Oh, what a shot, what a shot. Beautiful shot. Well done, Garry. Like I say, he's not got to this position from not playing well. He's had to produce to there's been a lot of good players out there that he's played, so a bit closer to the rail than he'd have liked, but still can't see him missing it. But you never know when you go near rails. You can scuff your cue on it, but he's not. He's played it well, and he put Steve under so much pressure then that Steve made a mistake. Well played, Garry. But of course Steve did put it in Garry's hands to let him produce a good shot, and that's always the danger you've got if you think, well, I'll just do this shot, I've got the frame in my control. One good shot later, he was under pressure, and then Garry did another good shot, and Steve was really under pressure, and then Garry just produced fantastic cut, brought the black out, fantastic shot, world-class shot. Well done, Garry. What made the shot that little bit more tricky, because he was putting left hand side and doing a thin cut, so that's why it was such a fantastic shot. And oh, Steve, oh, look at them yellows look sweet. They look really nice yellows. Ball in hand. From here, I'd want to be getting quite quickly up to this bottom right hand pocket to sort this plant out, because you do not want to be leaving that to your last. So I'd be going middle pocket straight away now, this right middle hand pocket, and getting down, because I can see maybe there could be a little bit of problem down there. So if I was Garry, I'd that straight onto the plant, and then I don't think he's got a problem, because the one on the plant furthest away from the bottom right hand pocket could end up being a problem ball if he doesn't take it. I don't like this way. It may be a direct plant, and maybe I'm wrong. So this is where I see there could be a problem. He should be alright because he's got the one to the middle, but I'd have done this a couple of shots ago. Two shots to Steve. That was always going to be his problem. Always going to be his problem, because even if he'd have got that, then he was going to have to dig into the middle pocket one a little bit. So I didn't like that at all. I mean, he's still favourite because the black's in a bad position, and Steve will need his two shots maybe to clear these up, but he should have dished them, Garry, really. It was well played, Steve. Great for shots. Well, he doesn't want to jaw himself. He's not. I say Steve's a very good potter. I've played Steve quite a few times in practice and in match as well, and he's a great player. So Steve's just going to try to do one or two things: open up this bottom right hand pocket or do a deliberate, and I don't think he's going to do a deliberate. I think the red goes past the yellow, so he's got to be very, very, very careful, because maybe that goes past. I'm not quite sure. This is a dodgy shot. It was a dodgy shot, and he's left a very easy finish now for Garry. He's just got to be very careful on this shot now. He doesn't want to hit it too hard, because the yellow could go behind this bottom red, could stop him from potting it. So he's got to be very careful the way he hits it. And either nor. A nothing shot, so should imagine Steve will just go for a quick snooker the white next to the red and black. I think that looks like a relatively easy snooker. I could be wrong. Garry seems to be rushing his shots a little bit, not thinking quite out his shots at the moment. Seems to be rushing his shots a little bit. That's just what I'm feeling, but maybe that's how he rolls anyway and plays quite quick. But he's done a few curless blocks, like I say, he should have finished this frame. So it is curless, really. But so he's going to try. Lovely shot from Steve, I wonder. I think he may have left the yellow to it, but I don't think he can. Maybe he can pot it. Let's curl a shot if he has. Very careless if he's left that. Oh, very careless shot. Very, very, very careless, Steve. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? I thought he'd done a good shot, but he'd done a terrible shot. Momentum shifting a little bit. Oh, terrible shot. Terrible, terrible, terrible shot. Now, he definitely needs this over. In or over, preferably in. Thin cut, nasty one. And the white's going closer to the pocket than anything else. Yeah, very careless, very careless. And Steve's got so many options now. He can pot and snooker. He can do, he may probably elect to pot and snooker. He could go game. Well, there's a relatively easy snooker at the top of the table there, so I should imagine Steve will be working his way up there if he can. this is a relatively easy snooker, just a little dink. And a little stun shot. Move it back to where it is now. Not difficult shot at all. Got to be careful. You don't want to get too much spring in your arm. But he has to get this snooker, there's nothing to it. Steve's got to get this. This is a definite opportunity Garry should have took. He's not played particularly well in this match, but he's still in the match. He has to pot this really to stand any chance. He's missed it, he's given 2 shots. And got a lucky landing. So Steve is probably going to use his first shot to break them open, and just he needs to make sure he leaves himself in position for a pot. Don't want any against any rails if you can help it. Don't want any balls clumped together, and that's as good as it gets. Could not have hit that any better. Got a nice angle. Nice little easy finish now, just rollings, couple of dead weight rollings. Now, it's a little bit harder than I would have done, but he's potted it and that's all that counts. Steve goes 4-1 and he's on the L. Well, should have been 3-2, but there you go. That's what happens at pool. If you don't take your chances at this level. So in the other quarterfinals, I'll just give you an update. Liam Stanley's 3-0 up against Andrew Redsall. Bill Rugby, Roger Hunt 0-all. Old Denham is there. Glenn Pilkington 0, Tommy Donlan 0, and Will Dodge 0, Keith Brewer 0. It won't be that actually. I'll find out some scores in a bit and give you an update. And in the quarterfinals on this, there's no scores on my phone, but I'm sure there will be because it says 0-all with Steve and Garry. Yet we can clearly see Steve's on the hill, and Reds look absolutely perfect. Or yellows. He could go for either, and I don't think it's a difficult one on either. Reds maybe slight favourites, slight, not a lot in it. If he goes yellows, I don't think he'd have too much problems if he goes yellows. Oh, has he left himself? Yeah, so no. You have to be a little bit careful when they're like so easy like this. You have to be a little bit careful. You don't want no twists and turns in this session. And you just want to. Oh dear, oh dear. He's had a little bit of fortune where it's blocked him from the bottom right hand pocket there, but it's not hard to get on it. So, nothing difficult here at all. That's the problem. When they're so easy, it's easy to make a mistake. You really got to slow yourself down a little bit. If you watch Keith, Keith Brewer gets into like a really good rhythm on something like that, and he will take his time on certain shots because he knows how important it is. I do watch players like Keith, and you can learn off someone like Keith just by watching him. But they both missed a lot of shots in this match. And they've had some relatively easy finishes that they've missed. But this is what happens sometimes, especially when you're on streaming as well. It doesn't always help. You can sometimes be thinking of the stream when you're down on the shot, which you don't want to do really. You just want to think of potting the ball and stuff. So. He's got to be a little bit careful here because he's going to kick into the bottom rail red, so you've got to be a little bit careful. He's been very fortunate there, very fortunate the way it landed. So I'm not quite sure if he's got the right angle, just do it off the cushion and back for the same pocket with the black. Don't want awkward cueing, which it is awkward cueing, makes the shot that little bit more difficult. You can't do a lot with the white, you've just got to, can't really dig on it. It's made an easy black into a little bit more difficult than you needed. And watch for potting the other red. Good shot. Well done, Garry. Keeps his hopes alive. He's still way second favourite, but being 4-2 down. So Steve to break. Steve will be kicking himself. He should have had this match won in that last frame. He just went a little bit cavalier. A bit too quick for his own good, really. But Steve does have a bit of determination in himself. I'm sure he's not going to beat himself up too much for it. He's got 3 more chances to do it. But we've all lost from this position. I think you'll be watching. If you play pool, you'll have been in front and lost from this position, looking like you could not possibly lose. So, because your opponent can just all of a sudden up the... Garry's not played great, but obviously he's got here by playing great. He's not got here by fluking matches. So he could just raise his game right up there. So you've got to be careful. A shout out to Paul Stevens, I think. I hope Paul's landed home nice and safe and he's watching this stream or putting his play spots on, one of the two. I think he got a football bet up yesterday and made himself £50 in the competition, this competition, so he's had a good weekend really. Beat a very good player. 5-4. So Paul had a really good weekend. Steve's had a bit of a result there. As in, I don't think that red goes past the yellow in the bottom right hand side. Steve's got a lot of work to do on this frame. So he may play a plant. I think that's the shot the ball he's looking at now, just down the right hand rail. Down to this bottom right hand pocket. I think that's the shot to go for. Very difficult to finish this if he's going to go. I don't think he's going to go game. Looks like he's trying to cover the top right hand pocket. Wasn't a very good shot. Didn't play it very well. Obviously, Garry's just going to do a little plant. If he covers it with the first ball, or if the one nearest to the top right hand pocket goes in, doesn't matter because he'll just hit the next one. He's going to cover that pocket no matter what. So Steve may just do a deliberate to the top right hand now. After I don't think he wants to move that ball just yet that he was looking at. So he'll just do a deliberate foul now, I should imagine. That's good enough. It's a decent enough shot. I'm not quite sure what Garry's doing this for, because if he misses, it could be end of match. I'm not quite sure what's going on here, unless this one on the bottom right hand side goes. I'm not quite sure what he's doing at all here. Well, I'm presuming this bottom right and red over the bottom right hand corner pocket goes past the yellow easily. It must go easily, but it doesn't look like it on screen. Wow, that were a bit cavalier. Ooh, that just saved his bacon slightly there. That really saved his bacon. Steve's played it well, but I'm not sure what's going on here at all with that.
like that shot. If this yellow goes past the right, bottom right hand, I think this is Steve's game. I can't quite understand what Garry were doing. I know he were trying to cover the pocket, but Steve has to do something proper because obviously all the red's gone out, and the black does have a pocket where it can go. Yeah. Good shot, Stevie. Winning the frame that wins the match can be a little bit tricky at times, so you've got to be a little bit careful, but I think Steve's playing it fairly good. He's going to leave himself, I think, a plant with the yellow that's next to the red over the middle. He's got to make sure of the pot on this, and he doesn't want to go in off in the middle. I think that's what he's thinking about, the white into the middle pocket. He does have options. He can go. It's quite a good option, really, is going the bottom left and bringing the white round. Wouldn't be too difficult of a finish. You don't have to go that way either. You don't have to rely on plants. You can just send the white off this bottom cushion onto the right and cushion. That's the way I think. Keep control of your white instead of trying to. You don't want to be screwing it back at this stage. I think keep control of your white now. Don't try and do too much with it. Just. This is the shot if it goes. So. Oh, I didn't realise his white would go past that first yellow. Still a little bit tricky. Got to be careful here, Steve. Now he's got to be careful again because that red looks like it plants into the middle off the yellow. Got to be very careful. Yeah, he had to hit it so slow then that he's left Garry with a dolly finish. He can go any way he wants here. Can't really go too far wrong. Don't want to be too straight on this. Don't want to be straight on it. Just wants to be past the middle pocket here with the white. Yeah, that's good. Just roll it in. A couple of roll-ins now. Get out of jail for Garry. Steve's still the favourite though. Wow, that was crazy miss. I can't believe Garry just missed that. It's just that you won't see many worse miss blacks. I mean, I've missed them, but I don't mean a lot. Garry will be devastated. Oh, Steve, don't make it easy for yourself, will you? This is real Amped queuing. Oh, you don't want to be going this way. He's got to hit it a bit far. This would be mad if he misses this. He's been a bit fortunate where he's landed. Fortune favours the brave. He took the brave man's route anyway, so. Well, I think Steve will have to play better in the next round, but he can do. And Garry will be kicking himself all the way home. No wonder he's slapping that white about. He is absolutely cheesed off. Anyway, speak to you soon, and hope you enjoyed the stream. Cheerio.
So, welcome back to the 2019 Tour 4 Senior Tour semi-finals we're at now. My name's Mark Bradburn and I'm with
Surinder Singh.
Surinder Singh, which is obviously a very good friend of Steve. And Partab, they've all got the last name the same. All great players as well. You're all great players, Surinder.
Oh no, not me. Yeah,
Yeah,
Steve,
you are.
Steve's a Masters champion.
So we've got a really fantastic game coming up. Steve's just been on, and he weren't at his best to say the least, but he got over the line. And Tony's going to be up for it, isn't he?
Tony's going to be up for it. Yeah. Oh, this will be a tough one.
Really tough. Who do you put down as paper favourite?
Oh, I've got to go for me colleague
Steve.
Steve, yeah.
Yeah, you have to, don't you? Really. So you've been coming on the senior tour now for how long, Surinder?
3 years, I think. Yeah.
3 years, and
Going downhill now, but
in that time, Surinder, what's the best position that you've done? How many things have you done? Have you won the player?
I've done well is when my wife's here.
And your wife's not here today.
Yeah, I won the grand final in Manchester.
Well, there we go.
That's it.
So,
She's not here this weekend, so I ain't done very well.
no. But if she turns up next time,
That's it.
you're winning in the final.
Yeah, that's it.
But it shows how good a player you are. When you're on it, you're a fantastic player, Surinder. I know that.
We just love the game, don't we?
Yeah, we love the game, but we can fall out with it quite soon, can't we? We're not playing well, we think, I don't want to play this no more. And then we play well, and then... So, off with the lag. And it looks like Steve's won the lag. Race to 5, but they're always brutal, aren't they, these races? Because when we lose, we want longer race, don't we,
You'll
really?
get a good start in, yeah.
Yeah, I never start well, me. I'm always 2-0 down
Same
to
as me.
everyone before I start.
Oh.
You had a match yesterday I was watching, I think, on the table.
Yeah, the other stream table.
How did you do on that?
I buzzed really. Tommy Donlan is probably the favourite really to win this.
Yeah.
One of the favourites.
Yeah,
And I just took the finishes out with him, beat him 5-1.
which is
don't know
incredible.
what happened to me.
Sometimes you can like peak, can't you? And then, you know, as we're getting older, it's hard to peak every match, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you're young, I think you've got
Steve
more.
Steve's got a good break on him. Oh, he goes for the
Oh, lovely
not
break.
the cut break. Look at that. I've used Steve's breaking cue at the weekend, and it's a nice lightweight cue, but it breaks really well.
Well, they're actually saying these lightweight cues, from what I've been told, are actually better than the heavy ones. But I think it's just a temperament in your head anyway for breaking, isn't it? You know, you're either on fire breaking or you're not on fire breaking. I can't buy it. I cannot buy a break. I can break them just like Steve's done, but can't get a ball, or my white goes in off, you know,
Yeah.
and leaves cherries waiting for someone just to pop them off. So you take the bottom left first to start?
Yeah, bottom left here. He's got both colours on here. It's a great break.
I think
All yellows, but just positive thinking now.
Yeah,
Don't lose
he
the
doesn't
white.
want to. He's all right.
Oh,
Result.
brilliant. You'll be happy with that.
Yeah. Great.
He's looking at the last ball now for black, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's weighing it all up.
Are you from the Birmingham area?
In Coventry, me.
Coventry, yeah. Because I could tell with an accent you're like Midlands kind of area, so it's not far for you to get home. I'm about 2 hours away, something like that. So really, it's Steve's frame now. All he's got to do is keep control of the white, and he wins the frame if he keeps control.
What a start!
Yeah.
This is it. If he clears it up here, he just goes in with a boost.
Yeah, you always want to.
If you fail here, then you're going in a bit negative, then, aren't you? You're thinking
Tough.
Yeah. Gets these, and it's the day, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. A good start.
He's not going to rush, so he's.
I think it's a good idea not to. There's no timekeeper on it at the moment, so I think the finals where the timekeeper comes in.
That's it.
And it can make a difference to your game, all of a sudden going 30 seconds from having as much time as you want. Even though you might be a quick player anyway, sometimes you might just need over a minute to think of that shot.
Yeah.
So it can put a little bit of added pressure. You're quite a quick player, aren't you?
Oh.
You're
Yeah.
a bit too quick sometimes.
If I slow down, yeah, I'd miss
Yeah.
negative thoughts.
Yeah, it starts popping in your head.
That's it.
So what's your missus been up to this weekend? Is she reason she's not
We've had
gone?
a family function,
All right.
religious one at the temple.
Yes. How come you're not there then?
Oh, Paul's first, isn't it?
So you managed to work your way out of that one.
That's it.
Yeah, so he's Steve now. He's left with fairly simple finish now, isn't it? 3 rollings really done. Well, maybe these last one he might just do a little bit with the whites, but
He might even go into the yellow if he wants to, but
near the middle.
the second,
I get
last
you. Yeah,
one.
yeah, the one on the
No,
right hand
no,
side.
He's
Yeah,
got it plumbed there,
Yeah.
so you don't need to. But
yeah, just roll it through.
if he wants a stopper, you've got a stopper there.
Got to be careful with them, though, aren't you? Then stoppers. You can always end up snooker, can't you?
There you go.
Wow, that's as good a landing as you could ask for, that, isn't it?
Will he go screw back here?
Yeah. Oh no, he's putting right hand side, so it's
top-
bottom
top left
cushion,
hand.
and sometimes they die off the cushion when you put it in opposite side, don't
Top
they?
left.
Perfect. Stevie Wonder. To come out like a pro.
Perfect start. This is it. He knows he's queuing well.
Yeah. He's put that out to his opponent now, hasn't he?
Yeah.
It's like, if you leave him on, I'm taking him out. He has had a fantastic season, though, hasn't he? You know.
I've never played Tony. You played him yourself?
No.
I don't know what his game's like yet.
No.
There's
But
not many
you.
good players here.
Yeah, I mean, everyone can beat everyone, can't they? You know, like people who you think are ranked 60th, I think, oh, well, but they're still really good. You know, and they can take it out if they're on it. They
Yeah.
can still, or 70, you know, you think, well, the rankings don't reflect the true quality of that player.
No.
What's your ranking?
Oh, I'm slipping down now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Where are you down to? About 4th?
30, 34.
Yeah.
On the front of it.
Yeah, but you can still win the competition, and you're 34. You know. So, Tony were unfortunate there, going in off.
He's made 3 yellows, has he?
Yeah,
Wow, that was
yeah. And really, you can go reds.
Reds the balls. Just one little break.
Yeah, I mean, you can go yellows, you can go reds. It's
gotta
whatever
be-
you fancy. Yellows look a bit tougher, don't they, to start with?
It's going to be reds for me.
Yeah,
Yeah. So use that red near the black as a stopper,
yeah.
and you've got everything on.
Looks like Steve's looking at a tough one for start with, though.
I'd-
So,
I would.
you don't think he's going to go yellows, though? Take this long one on the
no,
left-hand side first?
Black's going to be tough, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Ooh, that first one's a bit tough, isn't it?
No, but put it in the corner and drop that in the middle.
Ah, this is the shot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
it.
the shot.
Play the middle red and use the red as a stopper near the black.
Yeah.
It's a shot. He's weighed it up. He just. I would have played the middle red.
He's doing it purposely, though, to kick the black out now.
It could go wrong.
Oh, yeah?
Could stick. Again. Top side of the black. Big screw. Oh,
That's okay.
that's perfect.
He's really putting it out to Tony today, and it's like, look, you make a mistake, I'm clearing
He
up
ain't a
every
world
time.
champion for no reason.
No. Yeah. World Masters champion. Oh, did you? Oh, that fluke he got against Partab
Oh, I was there
in the
watching it.
deciding frame. That was you could see with Partab's frame.
Oh.
He was best pleased. I was gutted for Partab, but obviously happy for Steve.
Yeah.
So I weren't bothered who won, really. I like both. How did you go on watching it? Because obviously you've got mixed alliances there.
Yeah, no, it was nice to see either one of them win it, really. But,
I mean, Partab's won loads of stuff anyway, and Steve.
Steve Partab's a senior player, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's got so much knowledge.
A lovely man in here as well. Dead funny, really funny. Is he here this morning, or has he gone home?
He's gone, I think.
Yeah.
Earning some money on the taxi.
Is that what he does? Charging people up way home. Bristol, jump in.
Probably in his black cab.
Is that what he does? Is he a black
Yeah,
cab driver?
he's a cab
He'd be a
driver,
good
yeah.
phone getting in his taxi. Should have one of them cameras inside and put it on
He was
YouTube.
telling me that this last month he's only worked 10 days. He's been playing too much pool.
That's it.
Oh, no.
I think he's still all right. He's,
Just overrun by a couple of inches, but
yeah. Still no major thing, is it?
no.
He'd have preferred, like you said, 2 inches to the left with the white, but he's still pretty good.
He's going to be throwing the white round a bit.
He does have good cue power, doesn't he? You know, like
Snooker knowledge and
Yeah.
9-ball, isn't it?
good little magician as well, Steve.
Oh,
But he's up
Karaoke.
against it when it comes to
Karaoke.
karaoke. He's doing that on the final night.
oh,
He doesn't know yet.
Elvis.
Is that what he does? He do
He
Elvis?
does a lot of Elvis. You name
Oh,
your track.
oh well, we're going to have to get him up. I've never heard Steve. He does tell me he's good, so
That's it. Keep it simple.
yeah. It's all about where he lands with the white. Now, I don't think it's too difficult, is it? A little bit of left-hand side, do you think? To the bottom cushion and back?
Yeah, left-hand side screw. That's it.
Yeah. I think you come off
5
one or
o'clock.
2
You
cushions.
hit 5 o'clock. Ooh.
Oh, he's perfect. To the top.
I don't know if you wanted that, but
Maybe he did. Let's give him the benefit. Or is he fluky?
no.
Well, if he gets this, he's taken him out really well. Ooh, Stevie Singh, no miss
2-0.
pool.
Race to 5 is the big lead, isn't it?
In it. Tony will be thinking,
He's only had one shot.
one shot. One shot in 2 frames.
That pool should be played.
Oh, in it. I don't want it against me, though. I did play Steve on the last tour for a tenner. We said we were having a tenner
Oh, he
match.
loves to play for money, doesn't
Of course, yeah. And Steve says to me, he goes to me, we'll play first to 7, because for a tenner, just make a match of it. This is while we're waiting to go on the flyer. And Steve goes, do you want 2 start to me? No, Steve, I don't need 2 start against you. Anyway, I'm 5-3 up and he got called out. 5-3 up against Steve, the Masters champion, the UK first tour, and I was ready for absolutely whacking him 7-3. And he got called out. He was very happy, saved himself a tenner.
Oh. There you go. A big break. He doesn't even hit him hard.
Reds are you on or yellows? Reds in it. So he's got one difficult red.
Yeah.
He could break it out straight away.
Straight away, left-hand side, isn't it?
Yeah.
Top left-hand side.
Mm.
And there's always going to be on a ball in the bottom corner.
It's like a no-risk shot if he gets the pot. You've got to concentrate on the pot.
This could be 3-0. Or Tony's only had one shot. Break.
I know, that'd be devastating. But then, if you lose a match like that...
Has he
ooh,
swapped hands?
oh, yeah, he can do that, can't he, Steve? Oh, he's gone for the double, he's going for the double. Risky. Risky. Tony just wants a shot, doesn't he?
If you can stun the white there and play the double, he's not leaving a yellow on.
Yeah, which would be cruel.
Yeah. And, so,
I think he's thinking of doing something with the white, not leaving it there. I think he's thinking of bringing it back. Lovely shots. Oh, I thought he'd hit it perfect.
he did. Went off the far knuckle, which is the way to do it.
Yeah.
It's a little bit too far. But has he left anything?
I think he has.
I don't know.
Top left. Maybe I'm wrong. Apart from that, he's not got anything great. Cut back into this bottom left.
If that had gone in, what did he leave himself? Did he get that down the rail? Yeah. Yeah, bottom rail. Red.
I'm not sure if he can get that or not. Ah, no, that's
Yeah.
bad.
That
This
is.
should be a frame over
That's
again.
his first real shot.
It'd be a bit cold though, even though he's just come off a match, it'd still be a bit cold. He's not got a different match. Yeah, he's queuing really well in this match. He was rubbish in the one before, but still, if you
got out the blocks really well, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
It's kind of catching as well sometimes, bad shots in it, you know, like you can just end up in a scruffy game. You just want to get your hand over the line, don't you know?
Supposed to get on the right side of this red in the middle.
Perfect.
Oh, played on the that's a great shot.
Well, I'm saying perfect, I'm not sure he might. It's not enough into the middle, is it?
No. White on the blue spot. No?
I thought that were going to go perfect. It absolutely perfect. Oh, Steve Singh going 3-0 up with the looks of it. Now, the last match Steve played in, you didn't know who was going to do what, to be honest, because they kept missing, you know, finishes. You were thinking, well, it's stonewall that person, and then beautiful shot from Stevie. Great shot.
He's got the weight of this table, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, he's just played on this table.
Has he?
Yeah, so that's a bit of an advantage, isn't it? Now, if you play on a table with got all the stickers all the way around, you can aim for a letter.
Oh, isn't there?
Yeah, of course you can. Because so if when you go to, are you at Savannah's £100 a man?
No, I haven't entered it this time. But
Why not?
Are you there? Yeah, that's your local.
Well, I'm going to stream it, aren't I?
Oh,
Why
yeah.
are you not?
I do need to get there. I've never done really well there, so. Ooh.
I'm not quite sure what Steve were doing there. Really, he'd no need to do
he's
that.
throwing the white round. No, he
Yeah.
should have.
If he were going to do it, he needed to be short rather than long like that. Surely you can't cut this back.
No.
Are you crazy, Steve?
Middle pocket.
He's crazy. This man can't get this. No.
White.
Oh! Wow.
Okay.
That were crazy. Stevie
Give him
nearly
a
cut that
lifeline.
in.
He's given him a lifeline.
Yeah. If it didn't go in, he were under a bit of pressure there.
I thought it'd be middle bag. Cutting.
Yeah. I think Steve didn't need to give as much action on the white as he did going all the way around, and if he did, he'd have been better leaving himself short on the black rather than long, you know, making sure he had a shot to the top right hand or middle. Right middle.
Just got to be careful here, the two balls at the bottom. Do you pot everything and keep your two for them?
I think you'll try to, won't you?
Pot everything, get on the bottom rail near the black.
Yeah. You might try and get on it straight away now, but you've got to be careful, haven't you? Because you're going to be ending that white's going to be going near the black. So he's going to finish the bottom first, is he? It looks of it. No.
Not the best, is it?
No.
Play the plant, go around the angles. When you're on the bottom rail, it's natural. Run inside.
Yeah, you don't have to do a lot, do you? Just.
He's playing it plain ball.
It's a bit shaky, isn't it, Tony?
He's 2-0 down. He's not really had a chance, has he?
And that black ball being over that pocket is a lot of pressure on a player.
I don't know if we can screw this, get on the bottom rail, but it'll have to be off.
I knew it were going to come close to this bottom right then.
Yeah, should have been better than that.
Yeah. So what do you think? Into this bottom rail yellow, off two cushions and into them two?
Ball three up, yeah.
Just try and... Because if you miss with this next shot, you're under a lot of pressure, where if you bring that out now... He has to pot this to really, doesn't he?
Got to keep the two, isn't he?
He's played it good. He's played it really good. Good shot. Excellent shot from Tony.
Great shot.
A lot of pressure on that.
Just drop it in and use the two on the double.
Yeah. Do you play snooker? Used to?
Not a lot, no.
You must have played snooker at some stage because you're a good potter.
No. I play a couple of frames, that's it. When I
Really?
used to play in the league, but I only played for about 3 years.
Because you're a good potter, aren't you? That's your strong point, isn't it?
Wow.
Good control of the white as well.
Sometimes.
Yeah. You must have been against Tommy.
Oh, I was on song with Tommy, but then I switched off.
I fancied you to winning the World Championships this year, your team.
Oh.
I don't know, you don't win it. Your
England.
side you've got,
Yeah,
fantastic side.
we were cruising with England, but they just turned it on at the end.
Got to be careful here.
I think he's all right.
Yeah, be careful because of that one thing.
She kept the white on the table, so he got a hand on the table. You
Yeah.
see? He's put the white near the cush.
If it had been me, I maybe not gone for the long double. This is pressure. Real pressure. He needs luck, and he's got it. He's not.
No,
No, 3-0 to Steve. He'd be very disappointed with that.
Steve's got his name on that trophy, I think.
Annie, I think so too. People are crumbling around him. Wow. I don't think this is a true reflection of Tony's ability. I think a little bit of nerves.
Yeah.
You know, getting to the semi-final sometimes.
Didn't get that bad ball early with the two.
No, and that's what you want to do, really. Get on it straight away, don't you? Get that out the way. Keep your two, or use it on that one straight away.
Yeah.
And he did the hard part. He got the third last ball into the top left-hand pocket.
Great pot.
Left himself two, but as we know, when you're going for the long double, you can hit the jaws and go on the top rail with it, or what happened, it bounced back up and stayed on the left-hand rail. It can happen.
Looks like a dry break. Steve's going to be in first again.
Wow, these look good as well. Yellows look nice, reds look nice. Reds look really nice.
It's the first one, isn't it? If you get first red in the middle, if he's confident.
Anyway, Surinder, I think you're doing quite well at this commentating business that you said you didn't want to do, that I dragged you in. I think you're doing a good job. Do you know Willie Anderson?
No, Willie Anderson.
Willie Anderson plays for Scotland.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Scotland team.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
played him this year.
Oh, yeah.
He loves watching this. He loves a shout out.
Does he?
He wanted it last night off Matt Brannan. So Matt gave him a shout out and then ripped into it.
I love it as well, watching the old commentating, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, you can't beat
Always
it,
on
can you?
YouTube. It's
Yeah,
brilliant, innit?
same as me.
Yeah.
I love world rules more than any rules, to be honest with you. I like watching pool.
Have you tried the Supreme rules yet?
Yeah, I played them down at Stoke,
Yeah.
which I don't dislike the rules.
No.
I just prefer world rules.
Yeah.
You know,
We've
that's...
just grown up with world, haven't we?
Yeah, and I think at our age, it's kind of something that keeps you competitive. You know, if things are going wrong, you do have a shot. Where other rule sets, you don't.
You don't.
You go for it, you fail, you lose.
You lose.
Where you've always got a shot at this. I'm not a tactical player too much, but I do like a tactical frame here and there, you know. Do you?
Oh, I love tactical games, yeah.
You want to win them, don't you? You want to win that tactics. Look at Steve, he's not looking like he's going to miss now, does he?
He's
You know.
doing really well. 3-0 up. Should be queuing well.
So, it would have been Partab was the main man, but now it's Steve. Then you would have had a turn at main man, and then that would have been before Steve come good this year. Surpassed both of you. All because of that fluke at the World Championships against Partab.
Everybody gets lucky with Partab. I get lucky with him all the time. He's easily wound up.
Yeah, of course. I like giving a game against him for a fiver. I mean, it's not a lot of money, but we all love a £5 game, don't we? A £5 match, first to freeze, fours, something like that. I like them best, me, because it's like you're not going to get upset if you lose a fiver, and you can be competitive and do a snooker and make your opponent try hard. I do like you three. You're like a good team, really.
Good set of lads. Do you have any children?
Yeah, Amit, Rena. Son Hamid is 29.
Oh, 29?
He is,
Well,
yeah.
you don't, honest, I don't know, you've kept young
Rena
Luke,
Rabbit, yeah. They're all still at home.
Are they? Well, you got 3 children.
3 kids, yeah.
And the 29, what's the other 2?
27,
Yeah.
25.
Does your lad play pool?
He played for Warwickshire Youth, yes,
Oh.
but he's got other interests. So
Yeah, like they do.
yeah, he follows it.
Yeah.
But he doesn't play to a high level.
No. Another good shot from Steve there. Got options of either this. Does this one go past the yellow on the bottom left, you think? Must do, I think.
He's just going to drop them in, keep it simple.
He's pushing the white round a bit here.
Oh.
This is where they go wrong there, isn't it? When you start kicking into balls.
Yeah, moving the white round.
Yeah. You want to keep it simple as you can, really, don't
Because
you?
this is potting this one ain't a problem, but he's getting to the last one. He can't get screwed back on this, can he?
No.
Jack's the
So
cue.
it's you need a bit of luck, don't you, really, now? Because you're not quite sure the white's going to land, even if you get it. Oh, wow.
That's it.
Oh! Well,
Steve.
you can have turning points, can't you? You can have turning points. It could be a turning point. You never know. But it's not an easy finish. I don't think it's an easy finish, but you'd fancy your chances on it with 2 shots, wouldn't you? Really?
Yeah, he's half-hearted there. I think he should have composed himself. I think he rushed
Yeah.
that one.
You can get into the flow too much sometimes, can't you? We all do it. You get into the flow of playing quite quick and thinking you've got that white ball on a string, and then all of a sudden it takes quite not the turning you thought it would, and then flicks into a ball, and all of a sudden you're under pressure.
I'm not
No, I'm not
sure
sure
about
about
that shot. But
He's obviously trying to block pockets, but problem is now you don't want to leave any gaps because Steve will just.
that's a good shot.
Yeah, he played it perfect, really, didn't he? He's left.
Bit of time, hasn't he?
Yeah, and Steve got it. The good thing about Steve, he's a shot maker. He can think of a shot. You know, that, like looking at it now, he will be thinking of potting this red.
Yeah.
He's working out angles now, or a dirty shot,
Yeah.
like a sneaky shot. He's probably thinking of one coming off at least 2 cushions to pot this, or a dirty shot. Which is he doing?
Yellow pocket, top bag. No.
Yeah.
No. Oh.
Oh, well, that was a good shot. I don't think that yellow goes past there now. I think that was a cracking shot of you. Obviously,
Yeah.
you can't really dig that out either, can you? From where it is, with the looks of it. So you imagine a quick snooker shot, but quick snooker,
Yeah,
but
just drop this over the bag.
yeah, but Steve, all he's got to do really is just roll the yellow over to his red again.
Yeah.
That's what I'd be thinking of doing. Just roll the yellow over.
Yeah, with world rules, you're still not out of it, are you?
No. If it were black ball, you wouldn't dream of doing that shot. But at world rules, it's kind of you go 2 shot in it, dirty.
He
Here we
might be
go.
able to rattle this and get the pocket.
Do you think so?
He's got 2 shots, hasn't he? So get it on the rail and punch it off it.
Looks difficult though, doesn't it? You know, to. He's definitely checking your shot out, isn't he? He fancies that shot. 100% on these kind of shots, me, when people do that. Is he a favourite? Because you wouldn't think you could get them yellows out now. So maybe red onto yellow.
These two yellows over the bag don't go, so it'd be good if you can rattle them. See, now they're potable. So if he gets the 2 shots now, he has got to finish on.
Do you think that yellow goes past the red on the bottom right?
Yeah. We'll get the pocket.
All right. I'm not sure it does it, but if it does, then Steve's in. Well, Steve will be thinking to himself, well, I don't deserve the frame anyway, really, for missing the finish.
Yeah.
So if he wins it, it's a bonus, without a doubt. And 3-0 up, there's a lot of pressure on Tony to get his first frame. But like you say, it's really in Tony's hands now, and it's not in Steve's anymore. It's what Tony does wrong.
Tony's probably good. He didn't get the last frame.
Well, he had the frame, didn't he?
Yeah.
When races to 5, it's just every frame is so important, isn't it? You know, it's not like you can go, well, I'll go 3-0 down. It don't matter. I've got plenty of time to come back. 3-0 down, you're up against it. Do you think he's going to do a deliberate pop this on the bottom left? No. Oh, he's going to try. Oh, this one's easy to pop the red though, isn't it? If it doesn't go past, he's done a good shot. He may have just done enough. Do you think so? Yeah.
I don't think he has. I'll be happy on yellows.
You'd take the first one, wouldn't you? The one over the left-hand pocket.
Keep the
now.
two going.
Yeah. Do you play pool where you're from? Do you play in a league or anything?
Play in the league, play for the county, yeah.
How's your county doing?
I think we're top at the moment. Region 5, yeah. So we've had a good start. We've got some really good senior players.
Who have you got in your team?
Dave Neary.
Yeah, he's just won.
Just won the tournament.
Yeah, he did well, didn't he?
We've got Paul Willis, England player this year.
Yeah,
cracking player.
Yeah, I played him last night, Paul. Very good player. Beat me 4-2. I think it was 4-2, something like that.
Roger Hunt, that has been ran.
Oh, well, there you go.
How many years?
There you go.
60 plus. He just had his 60th birthday.
Yeah.
And he's ex-England player as well.
Yeah, Fudge International.
That's it. And he's still playing. He's in the plate. He's still out there playing now.
Yeah.
So,
battling away.
He's always there, Roger.
Yeah. Who else you got? So obviously yourself.
Yeah, myself, and then we got Martin Kirby.
Martin, he's decent.
The bookie.
Yeah, Tony just played a great shot there.
Ooh.
Opened it all up.
Oh.
He's been a bit unfortunate.
He has.
Still 2 though.
Still 2, but yes.
I mean, you'd be very disappointed if you didn't take these out with 2. It's not like the unpottable. Obviously, the one on the left-hand rail, the top one isn't too much of a problem. Top rail.
Can Tony play with side, or is he just going to screw?
Side, I think. I'll be trying to nudge that one over the middle. Oh.
That's okay.
Yeah, well, you got to use it now.
That's okay.
Yeah. Just do a nice little touch, just a tiny little graze, just to leave it over the middle pocket.
That's it. And you've got options of 2.
Yeah. That's it, perfect. Down to the bottom rail now.
Yeah. No.
Well, no, I mean obviously pot the one near the black, then down to the bottom rail, and then back to the middle, and then put to black. Easy.
Easy, innit?
Piece
Easy
of cake.
from here,
I can't miss.
Easy from here.
I'd have just maybe you didn't. Might not have had the angle then, might you?
I think he's
might have been too straight.
Anywhere near the D.
Yeah. I prefer not to do this because sometimes you have to do a little bit too much with the white. I'd have preferred to have got the white down there straight away to that top rail.
Okay, get that out of the way, and then
yeah,
this is the last ball. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying he's not going to finish it. It's just you don't want to be straight, and he's relatively straight. So it's going to be a bit of a power on this. Screw back.
Screw back. That's it. Cushion.
Yeah.
No
Off cushion and back again.
Wait,
is he pushing it through?
He's going top.
Good shot. Oh, he played that really well. Well done, Tony. But obviously he can play,
He's
can't
up and running. He's up and running.
Yeah, he can obviously play. You don't get to semi-finals without being a decent player, do you? You know, you can't fluke your way all the way there. I could try, because I've not made one yet.
Who's in the other semi then? Kev Farrelly?
Yeah, well, he's really decent.
Oh, Kev.
He's
He's due a win. He's due a
I
win.
was watching him before. He weren't missing at all. His potting ability was fantastic.
He's up for it, this one.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah, James. He looked under pressure when I was watching James. He just missed a relatively easy finish, but James is such a fantastic player, isn't he, James? So Kevin Farrelly, well, James Feely and Jason Ford was the ones that so it's not got the result on it, but I'm sure it's come to a finish that they must be playing. And in the plate, Roger Hunt's beating Liam Stanley 1-0. And Glenn Pilkin and Keith Brewer, that's a really great match as well. I just watched Keith, it was 3-3 against Will Dodge, and Will Dodge took a great finish out to get it to 3-3, and then he went in off the break, and Keith cleared up a really good, like Keith does, a really great finish.
He's one player I can't beat, Keith.
Keith, that's most players can't beat him. If he's on it, Keith, he wins all the competitions that he's in. He's a fantastic player. But there's others that don't play on this tour that if they did, like a couple of the black ball players, rule sets don't really matter too much with these top ones because they just break and finish for fun.
Yeah.
Give Steve an half chance here.
Yeah, it's this first yellow here. Does it go in the middle? If it does, he's this goes in the middle. I think he's
Go for the top right, innit? He's got a definite chance. It's just a little bit difficult, this yellow that he's nearest to. That's his problem ball, and I think digging into it. Oh, he's going off. Oh, Steve, what are you doing, man? Left a dolly finish.
Could be 3-2 here.
Should be. If you didn't finish these,
his hardest ball first.
the one that he would have struggled with.
Yeah. Put it on a plate for him.
Yeah. So you think
4-1, you're a massive favourite, and now it's 3-2. It's the game's opened up.
it's mad, isn't it, this game? Because I was thinking Steve's going to run away with it, but I mean, Steve's still the favourite.
He's got that one frame, but
and this is still going to be taken out. I mean, I can't see him not, but
yeah,
we know what pool's like. You can miss with 2 shots in a dolly table because it's all about doing it the right way, isn't it? No, he's played that well. Played it lovely. These are dead. I'm looking at things which can go wrong. I can't see any. Can you?
Is he going for the middle one? Yeah.
Yeah. Just roll it through.
It's roll, isn't it?
Yeah. So your granddad yet?
No. None of them will get married yet.
No. Well, if they're all at home. It'd be nice though having your kids at home.
Oh,
You know, fun. Keep you when they go. You'll be quiet at your house, won't it?
yeah. That's it.
Too quiet. Nice person, your wife as well. Spoke to her a few times.
Oh, tell yeah.
Yeah, she's really lovely. She must be if she's put up with you all these years.
No, she's been met all the senior players here, and
Yeah.
she loves it.
It's nice for the ladies though, isn't it? Because everyone chats to everyone. And
Yeah.
everyone's really nice, aren't
Gets on
they?
here.
Yeah.
So 2 on the black.
Looks like it impossible to fail at the moment, but you never know. But it's difficult because it's relatively easy to get on the black as well, isn't it? You know, you don't have to do much really, do you? You know, cushion first maybe, and just cushion.
Yeah.
You only need to come out 2 inches, don't you? You're on it,
Yeah.
so you don't need to go the full length of the table. Or I'd keep it as simple as I could, me. Use your 2 on the black.
Yeah. Find the gap between them 2 yellows.
Yeah. I won't try and do too much with the white because that's when it goes wrong, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, when you try and
He uses cushion
yeah,
first.
you cushion first and just come up 2 inches. Leave yourself 2 on the black. Don't do anything fancy.
Cut it over. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Don't be a hero.
Oh.
Now,
That
that
was
he's been fortunate, but it does happen when you're coming off a cushion, doesn't it? Where it spins.
Pings
yeah.
off, yeah. Flick it over the back.
Yeah, he's been very, very, very fortunate, but he can't go wrong. Don't have to do a lot. There you go, perfect. You were a little bit fortunate there, I think, to land on the black.
You need the run. The green.
Yeah, of course, yeah. If you don't have run, you generally lose, don't you? So and that's what I don't have. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because I'm a magician. Everyone's beat me. Everyone seems to up the game against me now, or it's everyone's just miles better than me. I don't know. Might be that.
Had a good run of the green there this weekend, anyway. So
What you have?
I have had my
Yeah.
fair share, but then it does turn on you, so you
Course,
lose
yeah.
yourself out over.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
You have bad days when you don't run.
Yeah.
do you?
Well, I were on stream and fluked the biggest fluke that you could think of.
Oh.
I missed the black by about 2 inches, something like that, something ridiculous, and it went in another pocket completely away from it. And you know the thing was, it was like a full-length fluke, so I could see it going in, and my opponent could see it going in nice and slow, and it reached and went in.
Wound.
Yeah, really hurting. Your teammate Paul Willis. Actually.
Oh, Willis. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, he played well though against me. He did. Played well.
He loves the fudge.
Oh, he's a
We
fudge.
call him the fudge.
The fudge, yeah. He definitely likes the fudge. But he's a clean potter as well, and you know, he knows what he's doing.
You ain't going to get an England team. Otherwise, are you? You're gonna
No.
do-
Well, you've got to be good fudger for England,
Yeah.
haven't you? You've got to have a good all-round game. You can't just be a potter, can you? But I do think Keith is the mainstay for that team.
Keith. Yeah.
I think he's the mainstay for the team. But they don't win everything anymore, do they?
No.
So,
They won the seniors this year, but that was after a few years, wasn't it?
yeah,
I think 3 or 4 years they hadn't won it.
yeah.
They've got to be favourites every year, really.
Yeah, because they're so strong, aren't
Yeah.
they? And apparently they've got an over 60s team now.
No.
Yeah, over 60s, and now they're going to have at the World Championships, European Championships, over 60s, and I am over 60.
Oh.
I am over 60. But I don't put
Put
in
your
the
name
effort
down.
anymore.
Put
No,
your name down.
I don't put the effort in anymore. You have to put a lot of effort in, really. I think if you're playing at international level, you have to put a lot of effort in, which I used to put a lot of effort in, but now I have other interests, so, like being a magician and stuff.
There you go. Last ball for black. Which one is it?
Well,
The one over the middle's the harder one, isn't it?
yeah, you're not going to leave yourself that one on your right-hand middle.
You could do 2 cushions.
You think?
Yeah.
Or double it.
I think it might be. No, I think he might drop these 2 in. Run
Do you think?
inside. Run inside. And it'll be where these 2 yellows are for the black.
You think?
Yeah, I think so.
You know your stuff though, Surinder.
Ooh.
Oh, what a miss! He was putting a lot of right hand side on it, I think there then.
Don't use side unless you know what you're doing with it.
Yeah. Well, that is the truth, isn't it? This is the chance Steve desperately needs, and he needs to make the most of it, doesn't he? Because momentum's shifting. Steve's white ball's moved out of position a few times, hasn't it, and give Tony a decent opportunities.
He's got a few dead balls here, so.
Steve's definitely taken worse ones out than this, but with it being 3-2, semi-final, nerves are going to start jangling a bit.
Doesn't want it to go 3 each.
No. For a double here, is it?
Wow, I'll tell you what, that's a risky
Brave,
shot.
yeah. Brave or foolish. I wouldn't fancy it, but he's a good potter in here. He's a good shot maker. Maybe he's not going for the double. I think he is, isn't he?
He is.
Maybe he's crashing on the left hand side. Oh.
With white.
Oh yeah. I like it. I like the shot. I like the shot. That was his plan, wasn't it? I didn't know it. We obviously didn't know his plan.
He's brought a ball into play.
Yeah.
And concentrate on the white.
So he's still got a couple of bad ones, hasn't he? With the looks of it, maybe one of
Still
them
needs
going
to
to
rattle
middle.
them two,
Yeah.
together.
Tony's got a chance on this. Oh no, he's not.
Oh.
I didn't know he was snookered. Played it lovely, but now Steve's got another chance to break open a few balls, but this is a little bit tricky again. So go for the one on the blue to the left-hand rail.
Yeah.
Leave the white there.
He needs to find an angle to break them two middle ones.
He has got a pot, hasn't he, into this
Yes,
left-hand one, the one nearest the blue spot. I think he'll be looking to get 2 shots if he can at some point here. But they are all on, aren't they?
They're all on. The yellows are all on as well if you miss.
Yeah.
There's nowhere to hide, is there yet?
No.
He knows the importance of this frame. 4-2,
It's massive,
your
isn't it?
favourite. 3 each is anybody's.
Bit of safety coming up here, you think, or do you think you'll go for it? If you go for it, you've got to take him, haven't you? It looks a little bit tricky.
He's looking at dropping one in the middle and doubling one.
Oh,
He loves his doubles.
yeah. I think it's not.
Could he play this off the yellow? Kill his yellow a bit. But no,
He could have done. He might do that at some stage.
he might knock this over the middle bag and be at the top on it.
Yeah.
Leave it.
Oh, he's pushing the white through. He's going
Yeah.
for the one on the. He's going for, like you say, a bit of cover now.
That's it.
And
Get one over the middle and then he's on next
Yeah.
visit.
yeah, he's got to make 100% certain of this though.
He still wants to play the double.
I don't think it's a bad option because if he goes for the double, it's quite a big pocket with the yellow being over the right middle. No, it's a dodgy one, isn't it? If you get it wrong, it's really dodgy because if he leaves the one on the bottom, because surely the white goes.
He doesn't want to move the. He just leave the red.
No, at all.
Not at all. So just call it. It's a shot, I think. That's a shot to win it.
Yeah, because probably not going to be an hard snooker to get out of unless he gets that white tucked in right against that red. He's left it. He's left it. That's what I thought. I mean, it was a dodgy shot, wasn't it? Dodgy shot. You were always going to leave him with a shot if the white stayed on the rail.
So down the rail and then the middle one?
Yeah, just push the white through.
The only thing is you can't get away from the cushion, so when you point in the middle one...
Yeah, the white's still going to be relatively close.
So the last one's going to be difficult.
Yeah. He could leave himself a plant.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a good option, but I'm saying he could.
Good.
He's played that lovely.
Oh, he's off the cushion. He can... No. It's got to be middle, isn't it? Or...
Surely has to. I think the other way is dodgy, isn't it?
It is.
How are you going to control your white from the... Could snooker himself here. Unless he can...
Medium pace off the push.
Oh, what a shot. Where's that red going?
Oh, wow.
As soon as you
Cool
make
game,
contact...
isn't it?
Yeah, as soon as you
Cool
make
game.
contact... was that risk in there, I suppose, but I would never have seen that coming.
No.
He played that as good as you could. Steve will be jumping up and down for joy now. He won't be showing it, but he will be inside
He
of it
will
going,
be, yeah.
yes, yes, that's what he will be thinking. Thank you very much, there is a God out there. Two cushions, yeah.
2 cushions. Drop it in, and you're on the black.
Yeah. It's dead easy, really. I wouldn't fancy this shot. It's the right way of doing it, and it's not an impossible shot.
No.
He should hit it,
Should hit it.
but whether he pots it or not, because he can hit it on the way back, can he? So it could be like 3 cushion escape.
That looks good, doesn't
He's
it?
got it. He's not. And there you go, Steve. Gift week. Get in there.
Has he left in the first one?
Oh, you'd never have thought. I didn't think Steve was coming back when that went in. You know, into the left-hand middle. So that red kept on moving. Back double. Oh dear. Yeah.
I think he's okay.
Yeah. Maybe he played that. Don't think so.
I don't think so.
Because if it's total, he can nestle in behind. But I mean, Steve's red hot favourite for this frame, and if he gets it, he's red hot favourite. Once you get on that hill, it's tough for your opponent,
Yeah.
isn't it?
I don't think it's a total, so...
No, so he can't. He's going to have to slap it a bit. Or off the top cushion, left-hand side, straighten it a little bit, maybe. Maybe he doesn't need to. Maybe top cushion with on the left-hand side of that red that's down there, with lots of right-hand side, and ching. Whatever he does, he needs pretty much of a miracle, I think. Here, miracle shot. But this is very similar to Steve's shot before when he got out of it and potted it.
Did he?
Oh yeah, if you watch it, his previous match, it was a wonder shot, really. I think it might. Was it Steve that got it? I think it was Steve that got it. I'm doubting myself that it was Steve that got it now. I can't remember. I thought it was Steve that got it, but I could be wrong. Pretty certain he did. Oh, the check-in if it's total or not.
Not Yvonne here.
With the white gloves. Just took the white gloves off, I think.
Getting ready for the ref in the final.
Yeah. Well, they were playing the both finals at the same time, weren't they? The
Plate.
yeah, plate and the main. This is the main for people watching.
total. Got another decision.
Doesn't look like a total, but we can't really tell, can we? Overhead view would have been better if we could have had one.
Right, let's go for your option.
The main thing is to hit it.
What's this?
No matter what, you have to hit it.
What's this? 1 in 20.
Yeah, so it's lots of left-hand side. Oh, nearly made it.
Wow.
But there we go. It's
Close.
Steve's to lose now.
It is.
And the yellow's in such a good position that he can leave this
Down
red
the rail. Yeah.
till last, can't he? And
Yeah.
leave like a really tough shot if he wishes. He's going for it straight away for the
Straight away.
jugular.
'Cause it's
No
A
problem.
bit of a screw back, you're still snookering them.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, Steve's got
There's
this,
no
I think.
risk. He's mapped it out. Middle one next. Round the angles.
He's played that well enough. Oh,
No,
you've got to be
yeah,
careful of.
that's natural. That's natural.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, enough.
No, in between the two.
So you might go for the top one first.
No, middle.
Middle, yeah.
Off the two cushions. Get on to just past the brand spot, but okay.
Yeah. Maybe could have done with an inch further.
No, I think he's.
Is he all right there?
Perfect.
Is he? I can't tell me. I thought maybe an inch, 2 inch further. Don't want to do too much action with the white if you can help it. Yeah, you were right. Perfect.
Perfect it was.
Absolutely right. Bang on the Sharinda. Lovely shot. 4-2. He's on the march again. Stop the rot.
He was looking 3 each, but
Weren't it?
Aye.
You were very unlucky, Tony, there. But it's pool.
But keep it simple, innit?
Simple as you can. As soon as you crash
When you
into
get in-
balls,
when you're throwing the white round,
yeah. And you crash
Don't
into
go-
a ball,
yeah.
invariably that ball you're crashing into does something bad to you. Comes and bites you. They do against me. Now, if he'd have been playing me, that red would not have landed there. It would have landed further up, and he'd have been left with a dolly finish.
when you see the top pros playing, they don't move that white much.
No, they don't crash into much at all, ever, do they? Well, this could be the one for Steve now.
So one to get to the final.
Sometimes it's the hardest one, but
He's got 3 lives.
yeah, which he had last time. This is how it went last
I was
time.
4-2 up and I lost there.
Did you? What, today? Or yesterday?
Yesterday. No,
Yesterday. Who did you lose to?
32. Was it Peter Flanagan?
Oh yeah, nice,
good player,
nice,
good
nice
player.
lad as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
I played him down at Stoke. Really lovely
First time I
guy.
played him, yeah, good player. He had a good game.
Yeah. Thing is, you've got to be on it all the way through, and it's hard to be on it all the way through,
Hardest
isn't
frame
it?
to win is the last one.
Yeah, go. It is, though, isn't it? It
You
is.
tense up a bit.
Yeah.
I had the chances, but
Did you?
yeah, the chances just tensed up.
You can just get a little bit more action, or not enough action in your arm, can't you? You know, where you're
Yeah.
dying a shot, or you're putting a little bit of screw
Throw a
on right
quick-
hand
quickie-
side, and
throw a quickie in.
yeah. Yeah. It's just down to nerves. We all suffer with it, don't we? We all, no matter who you are, everybody does a bad shot here and there.
Yeah.
Everybody, and it's just because you just, I don't know, it just happens, and to some more than others. So he's taking a really difficult shot first shot. Why is he going for this one first? Wow, brave, really brave shot though.
It was developing shot.
Because he had a nice, easy top right hand one.
Yeah.
He's got a tricky right hand middle one now. The one near there, that's going to be the defining one, I think. And
But
there's only one pocket it goes in.
yeah, if you can get that bottom, he's got that one on the rail.
Mm.
Even if he gets it over the bag, shot next to nothing, it goes in. He's all right. So he'll probably Look at knocking that one down the rail.
Think he'll do it now?
Yeah, after
you
the
want to
shot.
do it now,
yeah,
don't you?
You've got to do it early.
You don't want to be
No, not as
getting
the
rid of
last
all
ball.
your balls, make it easy for your opponent.
Because there's a good chance he'll still be buy himself a bit of time. If this goes in, he's got to finish on. So this knock you down the rail.
Don't know what we were looking there at. I mean, you can go into the middle now and then one down the rail. But if you don't get it, this is tricky. Is he trying to crash into it now? This is a dodgy shot.
White. Ooh.
Wow. Smelling of roses.
Wow.
Well, he danced with the devil there. A good dance as well. He did a good dance with the devil then.
Couldn't have played it any better.
No. I'd be sticking to these where I'm near to just at the moment because your white's in such a good position. You might not get in a better position if you go for the top right.
Top one, yeah.
It's a dinky little shot. Nothing difficult.
Oh
My gosh.
no!
No.
Eye off it.
Yeah, and he's made it a relatively decent finish for Steve now.
He has, because he's got a yellow over the middle to knock his bad one out.
Yeah, he's doing that straight away. He were up like a rash then, wasn't he?
Oh, he's gifted a chance there to win it.
Steve were out of his seat then, like he got a banger up his bum. Boosh.
Couldn't see that one going wrong.
No, not that shot.
I think he was concentrating on the side and screw.
Took his eye off the pot.
Yeah. All been that way.
And when you're 4-2 down, that's what happens.
It's different. It's a different story if it's 3-8.
Yeah. Not as much pressure.
You could take that one down the rail early, so drop this in and down the rail.
Has to, doesn't he now?
Right?
Has to now, doesn't he? I
Yeah.
can't see. There's no real reason not to do that. Because you want to get that out the road pretty quick. Maybe he's thinking the one that he's on, he might not get in a better position. But I think finish the top, then come back down for the bottom.
He's probably looking at the one down the rail as the last ball for the black.
Oh. Well,
He's probably thinking, get these out of the way. Not sure.
if he doesn't get this, he's only got himself to blame because I don't think it's the greatest way of going.
Yeah, he's got that.
Yeah.
It's all happening, isn't it?
Yeah. Nerves kicking in. But he's got a bit fortunate where that
You
yellow.
can break that off this one, first one.
Yeah. I think he went the wrong way then, to be honest with you. I think he should have done middle, top right,
Yeah.
top left,
Yeah.
and then back
Back
down
down here,
to because nice little clump together, nothing too difficult, and you didn't have to do a lot with the white that way.
No.
You could just more or less roll at steady paces. Where now, I don't think you want to be putting too much right and bottom and side and all this, but
He's taking the one over the bag first. I don't think that's the best shot.
no,
You still got your problem.
yeah.
Could have tackled it earlier.
Yeah, you want to get in it straight away, don't you? Especially taking a dolly off. You know, you don't have to think about. You know, you're going to get that.
He's overrun by about 6 inches there. He wanted
Yeah.
this one near the black to break that one.
I mean, Steve's red hot favourite for this frame now. I think. You know, as bad as what they look a little bit, the yellows and the nose tone is on, but I just can't.
He's on the right side.
I still can't see him doing this.
You can get some bottom on there. Oh, he's looking at putting it in the top pocket.
Need a little bit of luck, I think. Or a very good positional shot. Has he got luck, eh?
Do you know what? It's worth a look, this one, isn't it? No, he's not getting down on it quick, so
Yeah.
he's not happy.
To be honest, it were always going to happen, this. To me.
He's,
You know, you can't leave it to your last ball. He needed to get into it straight away.
Straight away. Should have had 3 goes at it.
Yeah. But maybe he can get it.
I think the best he can do is get the bag.
Yeah. Oh, what a shot. What a shot. What a shot. He got it. Well done. I didn't think he could. I honestly
Milking
did.
it went.
Yeah, it flew in. I didn't think that went, so he did well. He did. Honestly did not think he was going to get that finish at all there then. What do I know?
Oh.
He's in the semi-finals. I'm sat here.
Yeah. Leave the last ball to the end.
And I think if you get to semis,
Dangerous.
you're a dangerous player, right? You know, you've beat good players to get here, so you've obviously got the skill. Have you come down with Steve?
No, we kept thoroughly.
Oh, right.
Still going. So
Yeah, battling away.
if he wins it, it'll be a good journey home.
Yeah, and if it's Steve and Kev in the final,
Yeah.
and I've got a feeling it might be.
Hoping so. It'd be nice to take the trophy home, Coventry.
Yeah. Are you splitting the money?
No. No, we just we go back years. Me and Kev.
It's a pity you don't really, because you should split the money. You're always going to be guaranteed a summit, probably you two, rather than nothing. One of you getting
We
there.
split the money in the £10 flyer.
Flyer, yeah.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
some final, me and Kev.
Did you?
Yeah, Friday.
How much did you get for that?
70 apiece. Yeah.
Well, it's not bad money, is
Not
it?
bad.
That?
No, it's a
That's
bit of table time.
Yeah, pays for your accommodation, doesn't it? Or your petrol or whatever food. How'd you go on for food down here? Because I'm presuming, being an Asian background, you prefer
Oh.
a bit of Asian food. And
We do normally, yeah.
You
No,
come to
it's
here,
just
you get a bacon sandwich or something.
That's it, yeah, bacon's alright.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, but not exactly. You know, on my travels, I go and see a lot of Asian people, and a lot of the time they make me food.
Curry.
Homemade. Oh,
It's the best, isn't it?
the Indian food that's made with no meat.
Oh, yeah, the vegetarian, yeah.
Oh,
it's
the
best.
vegetarians are just fantastic people to eat from. It's just unbelievable. And then what's them really thin things? Really thin things. Chapatis are they called? or
Oh,
something?
yeah, chapatis, yeah.
Oh, they're good, aren't they? I love them. I'll tell you what,
Hey,
this could be 4-all in a second.
the black goes in the middle.
Wow. A knee trembler for Steve if he gets this.
Is he, would you use a red as a stopper? Because I
I'd be
can't see it going wrong. But if the only reason it'll go wrong is if he hits it too slow. If he hits it
Yeah.
hard, he's going to use a red as a
Yeah.
stopper, and he's on the
Yeah.
yellow.
He's took your
Use it,
word
use it.
and he's
Yeah.
cracked it in. So
Yeah.
you can, two ways of
Overhit.
going now. Behind the black or in front of the black, don't matter.
Black goes in the middle, and he's
Yeah.
going in.
So you think, I think maybe
Does it
of
go
two
in the
cushions
He
with
might
the
not go
white.
in the middle. He's taking his time. So
It goes in the right hand pocket, doesn't it?
it's risky.
Oh, he's stretching. He don't like it. That's the only problem with hitting other balls is you're never 100% where your white's
Yeah.
going to go to your another ball. So
He definitely don't go in the middle. So he's
yeah. So he's got to come off two cushions then.
and it's hard.
Yeah,
Stretch.
because you need to dig
He ain't
into
gonna
it,
get
don't
a
you?
rest, is he? He ain't going to get a rest to play it.
You
Something
can't
I
do it with a
use.
rest, can
I
you?
can't play with a rest.
No, if you're a snooker player,
Yeah.
you find him a piece of kit. I used to love playing with it.
Did you?
Yeah, I had no problem
What's
because I
your best
played.
break on snooker then?
Oh, not that good really, but 67, 68,
That's still good, isn't it?
when I was 14.
Oh,
I couldn't break it after that. I did lots of clearances, like 30 odd clearances and 40 odd
Yeah.
clearances, but never.
so which way is he going then?
Well, I think he's just going to slide it in.
Don't end up beyond that red.
No, he's just going to slide it in.
Like that. Hold it, you know. See him because he put top on it. He needed a bit of left hand side top.
Yeah. Yeah, he couldn't do much with the white, could he, really?
No. Right,
Steve's a favourite again now.
Oh, God.
Crackers this game. He's got it.
Oh,
Wow.
my God.
Wow.
Seen it all now, haven't we?
Yeah. Have a look at
Garry
Steve's
to-
face through there now.
Oh my god.
Yeah, just seeing Tony's face there. He's happy. He's overjoyed, isn't he? He's actually doing a somersault.
Oh my god.
He's doing a somersault 4-all from being out of it. He was totally out.
He was.
It's been Steve's to throw away.
He-
But Tony's pulled some incredibly good shots out, hasn't he? You know, that was he needed a bit
Steve
of
will
luck
be
on
annoyed.
that.
He's had the chances.
Yeah. Anyone's now. At least he's not gone in off.
And he's got a ball.
He's got
Oh,
3.
He's a break and a half.
Innit? Yellows look nice.
No,
Reds look nice.
no, it's reds all day.
Yeah, but you know, if you went for either one, you'd fancy your chances.
Yeah.
If you could get your first one, like there's a yellow into the left middle. I'm not sure if that's easy, but the red is easier to the right middle, or to the top right hand pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cut back.
You'd be finishing these, Surinder. No
Oh.
problem. This is the more difficult of them all.
No, but
But he'll
you
land.
can see the whole pocket here. So
Yeah, he's trying to land on the. Oh, what's that middle pocket? Any graze on that, then he were in big.
He's living in dangerous area.
Yeah. Wow, this is a lot more difficult than it should have been.
Wanted that.
Oh, he can get it into the
Yeah, he
middle.
gets
Oh, he's
it.
all right. He's all right. I think Steve's got this now. Surrender.
Oh, but you know what? He's making hard work of this.
Nerves.
Look.
And he's playing quick, isn't he?
Yeah, he should have.
I think Steve's got this. It's just all onto
Then put a
the
shot here needed.
onto the red, innit?
Yeah.
On the last red.
Running. Screw.
Coming behind, isn't he? Coming behind. Got to be careful. Just played it well.
Played it.
Oh.
That's okay. He's alright.
Do you think so?
Yeah, yeah. He's just got to bounce off the cush.
It looks a bit awkward though,
You don't
doesn't
want to
it?
be on the cush, so you just need to push it.
Looks a bit more awkward than he needed.
Just cue through the white, and you'll be all right.
Yeah. If it landed where he had his thing. But you don't want too much of an angle because you. Oh, I don't like this
Digging.
one.
He's digging. He can swerve it.
Shot. That's Matt's shot.
It is, isn't it?
Matt's shot. Great shot that. Stevie Singh, you bad boy.
What a game.
Some twists and turns in there. And Steve pulls out a break and finish. Sort that one out. Pick the cherries out of that. Thank you very
It's
much.
that break cue he's got.
Innit?
I need to buy it off him.
I know. Pinch it. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the stream.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me.
Cheers. Bye bye.
Bye bye.